Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Stationeers. In the previous episode we have built a chicken coop and in between the episodes I collected a whole bunch of copper, as you can see. Now, during this time the chicken coop got a little bit out of control. I have to admit, I have to say, I did not expect this to happen. Holy bejeez, and they still didn't eat their food, so I don't think they are fully implemented into the game just yet. They all still also seem to be, well and alive, and they are actually laying fertilized eggs as well, so they are multiplying by themselves. Now, the problem is I cannot really pick up the eggs. I have to pick them up one by one, and that is a little bit agonizing. So I thought there are a couple of improvements we can do. The first improvement I want to do has to do with the pressurization system. At the moment I have it set to so that this machine actually stops working, but I want to do the same thing with the gas mixer right here. So let's actually name this properly. This is the mixer chicken coop. Something along these lines. So I'm gonna need another logic writer in order to shut this off as well. Let's actually organize that. I think I even have some more units right there. Yeah, look at that. So logic writer, we can probably just put that right here. Though I might not be able to place a cable here, so I'm rather going for this position right there. Man, I'm already missing the cables again. This is insanity. We might actually be able to finish this one though, so that's at least good. But now that we have so much copper again, it doesn't really matter. So this is gonna be the writer gas mixer. And we want to do the same thing we are doing here. So we want to take the switch active vent. Oh, actually not. Let me think. Yeah, this is actually a little bit confusing. This logic should naturally be over there with the other logic. But since I'm gonna cover this up anyways, and hopefully we don't have to deal with it anymore, I think we might be able to do this. So I think we are taking the reading from the compare gas pressure, and the output is going to be the gas mixer. Mixer chicken coop right there. And what we want to do is we want to turn it on and off, I guess. So at the moment if we turn this on, state 0, so that is perfect. We can actually test this out by enabling this and extracting a little bit of the air. Maybe that is already going to be enough. I don't want to kill the chickens. Then we're going to start this up. The gas mixer is also running. As you can see, it actually turned on by itself. So as soon as we get enough stuff in here, the gas mixer and this machine should turn off. Let's see this happen. Oh, my chickens became unconscious. Okay. Maybe we take 4th out tablet and check this out. No pressure in here, that's good. And here we have 8.1 kilopascals. So I guess at the moment we are still warming up the air. So let's hope we can do that in time. Let's see, we still have some oxygen and nitrogen, so we shouldn't lack that. The gas mixer is turned on, the right stuff. Okay, that is kind of concerning. Nothing is happening at the moment. It should come through in this passive vent, I think. Okay, there we go. Something happened now. I'm not sure what exactly. I think it just took a little bit of time to heat up the air to the correct temperature. Well, it's still not the correct temperature, so who the heck knows what happened. But we can see the gas mixer turned off. That is exactly what I wanted to see. I'm gonna turn this off in order to, keep the power. But eventually we might just leave this running, to be honest with you. Okay, so what are we gonna do about the situation? There needs to be a way for me to actually get the eggs. Now, we have a couple of possibilities. I'm not sure what I did with the flooring, but there might be a way to use the current pressure to push the chickens and the eggs to a certain location. So before we do anything else, let's save at this state here. Let's actually check out these chutes. There might be a way to get the items right away. I also saw something like a conveyor belt, so we might be able to push everything with the conveyor belts into a pipe. So we have a chute inlet here. We need to figure out what that is about. What if I had this right here, for instance? Then the stuff that drops in here, automatically drops. Wow, okay, that is kind of weird. Give me my chutes back. But it's at least good to know it works in a way I was anticipating. So if I put this right there, well, actually it doesn't work in the way I'm anticipating. Oh, okay, let's see. Let's just make this a little bit longer. Something like that. And we're gonna grab you and then we're gonna throw you in. Yes, okay, that's what I wanted to see. So this should be fairly easy just to push the eggs right into here. Let's actually figure out what the conveyor belts are about. Conveyors right there. Oh yes, let's actually make a couple of them. I want to see this in action. Iron and copper. Okay, that's gonna sting a little bit, but it's all right. Oh, ouch, that was mean. Let's see, are they... they need power, which of course is a problem. Let's see, the power comes from the sides. And we need to turn them on and off. So that means I cannot really have them next to each other, right? Well, I can have them next to each other. So the next thing we need to check is if we can pull cables through it. And I can actually pull cables straight through it. So that's interesting. But I don't seem to be able to connect corners. Oh man, this situation is getting out of control. Stop laying eggs, chickens. Maybe, I mean, we have 2 fertilized eggs in here. Maybe we're just gonna, you know, take control of this. Let's actually stop the gas mixer right here. We don't need to mix gas. We just want to kill off the chickens. Right now, this is just getting out of control. And maybe I will be able to pick up the fertilized eggs before they hatch. In the meantime, let's make a whole bunch of cable coil. Oh man, it is so cruel. It is so darn cruel. Well, I guess we have gotten rid of all the air, so we can close this off, and we're just gonna open this up. There we go. Oh man. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. There we go. Fertilized eggs, we can actually pick them up, which is great. Let's just place them right here for now. Man, this is insanity. I need some egg cartons to make this easier on me, but for now, I just want to get rid of everything. We need a clean floor for this. Now, I think the egg bottoms we can just throw overboard. I hope they are going to despawn at some point. But yeah, we will have to do some cleaning up here. This is insanity. I wonder if there is a way for me to actually clean up the chickens themselves. Or are they not really dead? Maybe they just remain unconscious. Who knows? Oh, interesting. I can actually also break them myself. So maybe throwing the entire eggs wasn't the best of ideas, but... we need a better system to get them out. I don't want to do this by hand, at least not in this fashion. Especially now, it is quite agonizing. So I don't think I will be able to use the conveyor belts for this, to be quite honest with you. But we might be able to use this system here and use active vents and passive vents in order to circulate the air. Yeah, this might be a good idea. Let's actually see what is hiding behind this here. We could have an active vent, not here in the center, but let me see. If we had the vent here, then the items would be going over there. Yeah, that's probably what I want. So we could have the active vent here, even at the bottom. I mean, here we have a little bit of space and then we can lead the tubes. What is this? Is this like the yellow of the egg? That's funny. Or that would be funny. I'm not sure if that's really what is happening. Okay, give me that as well. Oh man, this is gonna be so agonizing. I might not even be able to work around the chickens, to be honest with you. So what if we just let everything drop down and ignore that it exists? So let's see, the first thing we need is an active and a passive vent. I even have some more passive vents here, so that is great. We just need the one. And active vents I have as well. Great! I need to remember that. Okay, the active vent would go... let me see. The active vent is where we want the chickens to be going. So this would need to be here. And we want it against the wall, something like that. And this might not leave us enough space, to be honest with you. Yeah, let's do it right here for the time being. We might have to adjust the entire system if it doesn't work. Then as for the passive vent, yeah, I'm definitely not able to place it right here because of the freaking chickens. So that means they have to go. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so freaking sorry. So, see ya. Bye-bye. I'm just gonna leave them inside of the wall here. Come on, go, go, go. Yeah, drop down. That's a good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Oh, it is so cruel. There we go. I think we got them all down. Just this last chicken here. But maybe it can survive. It can be one of the survivors. So I probably want to build the passive vent right here where we currently have this cable. And it would have to be turned around. See ya, chickens. I'm so cruel. For some reason, I cannot place the passive vent here. What's going on? That doesn't make sense. I can place it here, but then one block further and I can't. Maybe the chickens didn't have to die after all. Okay, what we could do is place the passive vent here. Not sure how this is gonna behave, we will have to test it. But it's the only way I can test it without having to, destroy everything, basically. Let me actually grab a bunch of cables, and maybe in the meantime we can also make some egg cartons. Right there. I want about 20 of you. Silicon, yeah, let's use some silicon finally. This is a chaos. We have to clean this up right now. Let's see, egg cartons, yeah. First of all, give me my chutes back. Yeah, I was really curious about these conveyors, but I'm sure eventually we might be able to find a better use for it. But for now, I think pushing the eggs with air is a little bit easier. Finally, the eggs have a proper place to go to. There we go, look at that. Pick you up, and now we can simply add you right there, giving me 6 times more slots for the eggs. Finally, my eggs are cleaned up, yes. And I even have a bunch of cartons left over. Let's finally do the system. I'm gonna require a bunch of pipes. I have 9 right here. This might not be enough. So let's just bring it down, and all we want to do is simply connect it with our active vent. Now, I cannot place a pipe right here, so we might have to do some trickery. Well, that wasn't extreme trickery, but still. Actually, maybe I'm going above, to be honest with you. This seems a little bit easier to me, but there's just too much resistance at the bottom. Okay, there we go. I think I got this. I actually grabbed a bunch of black pipes here, but what you gonna do? It's not that bad. So we have it connected straight up here. Should be good. So it's gonna suck in the air and it's gonna automatically push it out again, and therefore everything should be pushed towards this side. At least that's what I'm hoping for, right? So we wanna switch this around and hook it up from the bottom. That should be possible. Good, everything is hooked up. This is the active vent push functionality. So in case we want to activate this with a switch, we should be able to do that. Hold on, I totally forgot about the chutes. Now we need to add the chutes. Darn it. That means we need to reorient at least a couple of things here. The door, for instance, is way in the way. So what I meant is we could, for instance, add a couple of these inlets. For instance, right here. Is this the right height, actually? It's a little bit high for my taste. That is a problem. Yeah, nothing is gonna drop in here, is it really? And I thought this was gonna be easy. Maybe if we reorient the chute so that they are actually facing us, who knows, that might work. So I guess something like that. Let's push it right into the wall. Something like that. That's kind of intriguing. Let's actually take one of our eggs and test it out. What if it touches this area? Does it go in? It did go in. Yes! That means the only problem we currently have is the door. Because I can add another inlet right here, but I cannot... Oh, I can actually also add it here. Oh my gosh! This might actually work, guys. So let's do the rest of it. I guess we need to take apart the area here. Give me that. We open this up if we can twice so we can do the chutes. Oh no, my chickens are still here and dead. Oh, that was horrible to see. Okay, so we could, for instance, add a junction. I think this is all going down. Yeah. So if we added a junction right here and right there, this should meet up. And right here we can simply add a corner. So it's now all going into this direction. We go beneath the door for probably 2 blocks. So we need to take this apart as well. And then I guess we can simply come up, right? So adding a corner here and then a straight one on top of it is gonna bring it to the surface. That means it's time to fix the flooring. I'm uncomfortable with that. Don't like holes in my base. Okay, there we go. They're going right here and coming up right there. Does this look a little bit weird? I mean, it could be 1 block over there, right? Well, I guess for now, it's the functionality established. All we have to do is take apart this block and we can get it to somewhere else. So that's good enough for me. Let's check out whether or not that actually works. So before we do that, let's do another save game. and then I guess it's time to release a couple of chickens. Yeah, let's do that. I'm just gonna grab my carton right here, and we are gonna grab ourselves about 2, let's do 3 or so. Just gonna throw them, oh, don't throw, just let them drop gently. Let's do 3 chickens for the time being, right there, and we keep 3 in storage. And we're gonna close off this door right there, and it's time to activate the system. So that, and start, but it should turn off by itself. So there we go, we are filling up the room. I still don't know the exact pressure. I think that kind of bothers me. I think I want to read from this gas sensor and kind of display what we have. But there we go, we are already at 50 kilopascals, so that is pretty good. That means we can probably... oh, there's no way for me to actually enable the system. Totally forgot about that, but since it is hooked up to the same stuff, we can simply use another switch. Here we go, I have my logic switch. The question is, where do we want this guy? We could have it against this wall maybe, that makes sense. I mean, here's the storage system. But that means I still need to hook it up somehow. So let's go ahead and do that. I need to switch this off and get rid of everything once again. Fortunately enough, it is pretty easy. Oh, it actually kind of already worked. Look at that. My fertilized eggs have come back to me. That's good to know. I wonder if it is also going to grab the chickens. That would be horrible. Good, I think we're done with this. I can enter once again, and we need to be able to hook this up. Let me see, probably through this wall. Give me that, give me that. Okay, that's better. Et voila, already done. Man, I'm getting good at this game. But I still think the game is complicated enough so that you could have easier controls. The controls don't need to be in your way. And I still don't think it's the best system they could have gone for. Good. All we need now is the I/O unit right there, which is going to be another logic writer. We could have it, let's see, I want to be able to hook it up easily. I mean, the lockers are not going to be here eventually. Yeah, it's kind of a placement problem either way. Maybe I'm going to put the switch somewhere else. I could have it right there. Yeah, that's going to make it easier. Okay, cool. That is hooked up. This is going to be my switch push right there, and this is going to be my writer push. We want to adjust this. The input is going to be the switch, and then the output is going to be my active event push. And what we want to do is we want to turn it on, I guess. Is that a setting? Yeah, there we go. So if I do that, then the active event push is gonna not turn on. Ah, of course, we didn't enable the module yet. There we go. Voila. Now, hold on. Set inwards. Yeah, we probably want to do that. We want to suck out the air. Okay, let's actually see this happen with a couple of eggs. I'm just gonna put a couple of them in here. Oh no! I'm so sorry! I destroyed an egg. Well, you can't make any omelets without breaking eggs, right? Okay, with that out of the way, we're just gonna input a little bit of... oh, that is not good. The gas mixer turned on and was probably on the entire time, which means we probably have way too much pressure in here. 18.77 megapascals. That's a little bit of a problem. I kind of need a way to get rid of that now. Man, maybe we can connect these up with a valve. That could be an idea, but this is an issue for me. I mean, we can simply add a valve right here, and whenever I want to get rid of the pressure, which is too much in this pipe right now, we can do that. So I wonder, can I take a couple of pipes here, and we want to take apart this pipe, and actually let me make these all yellow again. That worked. Junction right there, and the same thing right here. We want a junction. And this should allow me to get rid of the pressure we have now in here. Of course, we need to enable the system in order to take it all in. Oh, actually, it was already turned on. There we go. And this theoretically should release all the pressure. Yeah, there we go. We have already gotten rid of it. So you go right there. Okay, yeah, but that is something we need to watch. Anyways, let's fill this bad boy up with air. I'm just gonna turn this on, start the process, and I guess now we can turn on the gas mixer, and it should turn off again. I mean, normally this is not an issue because the chicken coop is working automatically. I shouldn't have to, you know, enable or disable these guys. Now it's always taking its sweet time to actually heat up the gases, though it is kind of working. Yeah, right there. Look at that. The eggs are already migrating towards the pipes and one is being sucked up, so that's working fantastically. Should be right over there. Yes. Another one getting sucked up, that is good, but right now we are stopping. Okay. Wow, that is working extremely well, I have to say. But what I want to see is the manual stuff. So now I have this egg right here and it's not coming towards me. So what we should be able to do is enable this without, you know, killing the chickens and... Oh. This has way too much power. I didn't anticipate that. So what we have to do is just turn it on slightly. So, you know, just for a brief moment. I think it is kind of working like this. So let's open up the vent and we're gonna disable this again and we are getting ready for the mixer to turn on. Yeah, there we go. So now it shouldn't turn on its own anymore. Okay, time for the big test. We are taking these. Let's just get rid of the evidence here. I'm sorry. We want to grab our 3 fertilized eggs and bring them right over here, right there. Oh, we could actually do that from the outside. I totally forgot about my input. Anyways, now that we are ready, it's time to activate these guys again, plus the gas mixer. And of course, it might be a problem initially if we get the fertilized eggs to go over there. But it seems... Oh, no. There they go. There. Yeah. And, well, at least the system is working, kind of. So as soon as we are done here, which we currently are, so that is great, we can disable this and then throw in the fertilized eggs. And this time they should remain there. Cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave this be for a little while, I guess. We can take that, get rid of it. There we go. And once we see it in action, we can kind of decide whether or not it still requires work. So I think I'm just gonna do my laundry, stare into this window. We're gonna do a save game just to be sure. And then I guess I will see in the recording what has happened in the meantime. But we need to accumulate some stuff so we can test the system. See ya in a bit. Okay, I've been waiting for, what was that, 12 minutes or so, but the chickens didn't hatch yet. I think it's because the temperature is too low. I'm not even sure why it is the way it is currently, so let me turn this on for a brief moment so we can get rid of this extra pressure. And I guess we have to do this one more time. Let's see if we can. There we go. Here we can see the pressure dropping. As soon as it gets to around 0, I'm gonna turn it off. And I guess that should be enough, you know, extra pressure in order to heat it up. There we go. Let's turn this off. The gas mixer is still on. That is good. We have nothing in this network, which means I can shut this off theoretically. Yeah, I don't understand why it is so cold. It is minus 20 degrees still. This is just too freaking cold. I'm gonna flush the entire system thoroughly now. I'm just gonna wait until we have gotten rid of everything in here. Anyways, I'm gonna be back once this is sorted out and a couple of chickens have hatched. You know what, thinking about this, one more thing we could do is add yet another switch that is responsible to set this inwards or outwards. So we could switch the direction if we needed to. I'm kind of worried that the chickens are going to clog up the system. They're gonna stand in the way. Okay, let's try this again. Nothing in the room at the moment, nothing in our output pipe, and we have 3.89 megapascals right here, ready to be heated up. Air conditioner, we turn this on, it is set to 20 degrees. Maybe let's try 30 degrees or so, and we're gonna start the process, and directly we have the output here. Okay, but it is slowing down. Okay, that is at least good. So at the moment it might be busy, or maybe the 3.8 megapascals just resulted in the 6.5 kilopascals we have here now. So if I turn on the gas mixer right here, then probably it's gonna fill up, yeah. Well, at least we are already at minus 19 degrees, right? That's better than before. Okay, so I can see most of my stuff is going through the waste because it cannot be heated up to the proper temperature, I guess. So maybe since this output is only responsible for oxygen and nitrogen anyways, we could lead it directly back into the system. I think that is well worth a try. Let's first get rid of everything in here by activating this button. There we go, now it is completely empty. And we're gonna remove this connection right here, we don't need it anymore, possibly. Something like that. Let's actually see how much stuff do we have in here. 59 kilopascals at the moment. Okay, that makes sense. So now we can get rid of everything. And this should decrease that. And of course, let me actually shut this off for the time being. Now this pipe here is filling up. I'm gonna let this fill up with a little something here. Just a couple of megapascals. In the meantime, the room is still being drained, so that's good. Okay, let's do the test with this 5 or so megapascals. I'm gonna shut this off and turn this guy on. So now we should see the stuff circulating and hopefully heating up. Whoa, that is so weird. Now it stopped at 29 kilopascals at minus 77 degrees. Oh guys, I think I'm gonna figure this out another time. I've spent 2 hours just recording this episode now. So I guess we should do something else. But I might actually have to rip open everything before I can get this to work again. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drain the system. And then I'm gonna rip apart everything and check whether or not the pipes are actually hooked up the right way. But yeah, I still think once we got the temperature under control with this contraption and we actually have the normal 30 or so degrees we had before, the eggs will hatch and then I can simply use the button every now and then in order to collect everything right here at the output. We will put this to the test in yet another episode. I will actually clean this part up myself. It's time to also put down some flooring, etc, make this look nice. And then I'm going to catch you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great time, and hopefully I'm going to catch you in the next one. Bye bye.